So we know bow and arrows string. In our nation, from Ramayana, Mahabharata, even in Tamil Nadu, Chera kingdom symbol is bow and arrow. So that is there in our nation. So from that, they transform it into a circle, part of a circle, then into a right angle triangle. What do you mean by trigonometry? It is a name derived from Sanskrit word Tri-Kona-Mithi. Mithi is measurement, Kona is angle, 3 is theme. We can know it's 3 in Sanskrit is become theme or 3 in English. So that Trikona-Mithi only become trigonometry in English. Any inscription in Chera kingdom usually mention the date in Kali Yuga days. That is the routine. You can find out more than 10 or 20 inscriptions or 30, 40 inscriptions in Chera kingdom, that is Kerala state, where the inscription mention not the year but the day.
Namaste and welcome to Sangam Talk. In this talk, we will be exploring a very interesting topic. The title is Trigonometric Sine Theta Inscription of Shiva Temple. And with us, we have very respected, reputed Dr. M.L. Rajaji. Namaste and welcome, Rajaji. Thank you so much for joining our session. Dr. Raja is the director of Avinash Academy on Vibrant National Arts and Scientific Heritage, with qualifications in ophthalmology, epigraphy, archaeology, and history, so on. An accomplished author, he has written 10 books, including Aryabhata's date and historicity and date of King Vikramaditya, with over 25 research papers, 50 articles, and 100 plus lectures. Dr. Raja explores topics ranging from medicine to the historical chronology of Bharat, spanning the Mahabharata war to King Saliva. His work reflects a blend of scientific precision and historical depth.
Vanakkam, Namaskar, and greetings. I express my heartfelt thanks to Sangam Talks, the management and official staffs of Sangam Talks and the trustees for giving me the golden opportunity to express my views on the trigonometric calculation that was found in an inscription in a Shiva temple in Tamil Nadu state. I have been introduced. I am an ophthalmologist, archaeologist, epigraphist, and historian. I am doing research on the historical chronology of our nation, Bharat, with the responsibility as director, Avinash. And these are all my contact numbers, my website, mail ID, and my address. There is a 1080 years old inscription in Tamil Nadu which expresses trigonometric calculations. Trigonometry, we think that it is a modern mathematics, but it exists in our nation, Bharat, at least 1080 years before. That was proved through this inscription. It details about the trigonometry, and based on trigonometry, it calculates the exact time, auspicious time, and in that auspicious time, that Sivalinga was did the donor did the pradishta of Sivalinga at that auspicious time. To find out the auspicious time for Kumbhabhisheka and pradishta of Sivalinga, they used trigonometric calculation. That I will explain. Where is that inscription? It is in Tamil Nadu state near Thiruvannainallur in Viluppuram district, and the temple is Sri Selvambigai Udanamar Sri Sivalokanathar Temple. The name of the village is Mauli Gramam or Tirumudiyur Tirumundiswaram. This is the temple front view. This is the Garbhagriha, the southern wall of the Garbhagriha, and this is Dakshinamurti shrine. And the inscriptions are there on the south wall, western wall, and northern wall of this Garbhagriha. This inscription is on the northern wall of the Garbhagriha of this Sivalokanathar temple. This is the entrance of the Ardha Mandapa of Sivalokanathar temple. These are all two Dwarapalaka. This is Tindi and Mundi. The Tindi worshipped Shiva in Tindiswaram temple, that is Dindivana, a town in Tamil Nadu. And Mundi worshipped Sivalinga here. So this place is known as Tirumundiswaram and Tirumudiyu. And the Shiva name is Sivalokanathar Perumal or Aatrathalai Perumanadi. This inscription is reported and published fully in the South Indian inscriptions, volume 32. There are more than 40 volumes. In the 32nd volume, in the inscription number 44, this Archaeological Survey of India and the Directorate of Epigraphy of our central government published whole inscription in full details in that South Indian inscriptions. Anybody want to refer, they can refer. The inscription is issued by Vellan Kumaran. It is on the north wall of the Garbhagriha, outside of the north. And it is in two languages, bilingual inscription. Sanskrit language is in Grantha letters. This portion is Sanskrit up to this. And Tamil portion is in ancient Tamil letters. That is 1,000-year-old Tamil letter. These are the Tamil portion. This is another portion. So Tamil portion is more, and it explains when this temple was constructed as a stone structure. So this is, I can read this in inscription in full form. Swasti Sri Kaliyuga Varsham 4044. That means Kaliyuga 4044 year. This is Madurai Konda Koparagesari Panmar. That is the king of Chola king. The Parandaka Chola Chakravarti, first, he is the great grandfather of Raja Raja Chola. Parandaka Chola Chakravarti, he was mentioned as Madurai Konda Koparagesari Panmar. What is the regnal ruling year of that? That was mentioned as Aandu 36. That is on the 36th ruling year of Parandaka Chola Chakravarti. And it mentions the number of days elapsed in Kali Yuga. From the day of beginning of Kali Yuga up to that Kumbhaveshagate, how many days elapsed in Kali Yuga? That is Kali Yuga Pottu Naal 14,100. That is 14,000. That means 1,400,000. 14,100. 100. 100 is 100,000. That means 14 lakhs. 77,000. That is 77,000. 37. So the Kali days is 14 lakhs 77,000 and 37th day. What he did? Tirumudiyur Aattruthali Perumanadigal Udaya. That temple, the name of the Shiva is Tirumudiyur Aattruthali Perumanadigal. Aattruthali Perumanadigal, name of the Shiva. And that Gramam village name is Tirumudiyur. Ivandai, that is in that Ivate in that year. Makara Nyayitru, that is here solar calendar is used. Makara Nyayiru means when the sun is in Makara Rashi. In Tamil Nadu and Kerala and other parts, some Punjab and Assam, the people use solar calendar. Solar calendar based on every month is counted where the sun is there. The earth revolves around the sun. It is reflected on, and we think that sun revolves around the earth. So in that revolution 1 year, sun resides in 12 zodiac sign every month. That's why 1 month. So this is Makara Rasi. Sun will be in Makara Rasi, that is in Pushya month only. Sun will be in Makara Rasi. Any astrology and Jataka you can verify. Any almanac you can verify. So Makara Nyayitru means it is Pushya month. Sanikkilamai, that is Saturday. Revadi Nal, that is Revadi Nakshatra. So it is given. Swasti Sri Kaliyuga Varsham 4044 Madurai Konda Koparagesari Panmarku ஆண்டு 36வது கலியுக கொட்டு நாள் 14,100 77,037 ஆக திருமுடியூர் ஆற்றுத்தளி பெருமானடிகளுடைய இவ்வாட்டை மகர ஞாயிற்று சனிக்கிழமை ரேவதி நாள். So this is given here, this portion. And next portion in the adjacent stone. This is more important. Kumbha Ore. That is, we divide into Hora. Every hour you can calculate is Hora. Actually, hour came from Hora only. And we can say it is Kumbha Lagna. Kumbha Lagna is auspicious Lagna. This is Kumbha Orail. See, Orail. This is the most important thing concerned with our lecture. Moondru Uchi Padinaru. See, Moondru Uchi Padinaru Adiyil. That means the Pradishta of the Sivalinga happened on that day in Pushya month in Revadi Nakshatra and Saturday, Kumbha Oharai, but at 1 Nalike, 46 Vinalike and 12 Tatparai. That is 40 after 42 minutes. That was expressed by Moondruchi Padinaru Adiyil. How it, I will explain that. Sorry. Sri Aattruthali Perumanadigalai, Tirukkattiliyin Perumanadigalai. This is Tirukkattiliyin Ul Naya Puga Elundaruli. So this Sivalinga is did a pradishta there inside the Garbhagriha. After sunrise at 42 minutes. That is 1 Nalika and 46 Vinalika and 12 Tatpara. And next stone is Pradishtai Sevitar. Who did it? He did Pradishta. Somebody has did Pradishta. he introduced him. Sholargal, that is Solar king. Moolabridhya, that is the important officer. Moolabridhya, Sanskrit word. Sanskrit word is used in Tamil. And Prantaka Devarana Sri Veera Sola Perumanadigal. That is the other name of Parantaka Sola Chakravarti. Prantaka Devarana Sri Veera Sola Perumanadigal. Mahanar, his son, Rajaditya Devar. So Rajaditya Devar is the crown prince, the first son of Parantaka Chola Chakravarti. This person works under him as a chief of army. So he introduced Rajaditya Devar, Perumpadai Nayakan. Perumpadai Nayakan is the army chief, important army chief. Perumpadai Nayakan. Padai is army, Nayaka, you know. Perum is big army. Perumpadai Nayakan. Who is that? Malai Nadu Nandikkarai Puttur. He belongs to Malai Nadu. Malai Nadu is Chera Nadu, that is Kerala, Kerala state. Nandikkarai. So there is a river Nandi. On the bank of that Nandi river, there is a village known as Puttur. He belongs to Chera kingdom, Nandikkarai Puttur. Vellan Kumaran. His name is Vellan Kumaran. So he introduced, I am Vellan Kumaran from Nandikkarai Puttur of Malai Nadu. I work under as army chief under Prince Rajazitya, Crown Prince Rajazitya, was the son of Sola King Parantaka Sola Chakravarti. I did the Pradishta at this time. That is the thing. Then Sri Maheswara Rakshay, that the Siva should protect him, Rakshipar, Sri Padam Talaimelana. With that, he completes that inscription. So, how this Moondruchi Padinaradi, how it denotes the time of 1 Nalika and 46 Nalika and 12th. To understand that, we have to understand trigonometric calculus. Who developed it, when developed it, on what basis they developed that trigonometric calculus. With that only we can understand that. So, we know bow and arrow string. In our nation, from Ramayana, Mahabharata, even in Tamil Nadu, Chera kingdom symbol is bow and arrow. So, that is there in our nation. So, from that, they transform it into a circle, part of a circle, then into a right angle triangle. See, this is bow. This is bow. This is the cord or string of the bow. String of the bow. String. This is arrow. So, if you want to release the arrow, you have to pull back the string. Then only it will give power to the arrow to hit the target. So, this string of the bow is pulled back. So, if you put this exact figure, bow, arrow, and pulled back string and without pulling back string into a circle, how it will be look like? It will be look like that. This is the bow. This is a string not pulled back. This is the arrow. And when the string is pulled back like this is the center of the circle. This is the circle. So inside a circle, we are keeping this. Exactly, we fit this figure into here. This is the arrow. This is the bow. This is the cord, initial cord. This is pulled back. So you can see two triangles, like one triangle, one triangle. So if you remove lowermost triangle, what will happen? Before that, this is a radius of the circle. So this is radius. This arrow also radius. From center to periphery, radius. So this is the one side of the triangle, other side of the triangle. This we can say height. This is base. And this is hypotenuse or karnam. So this karnam or hypotenuse is nothing but the radius of the circle. This we have to understand. This is the basis of ancient Bharatian trigonometry. So this radius, this is the basis. So this radius of the circle is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. This we have to understand how this Moondruchi Padinaradi reflects time. So this lower half is removed. Now only one triangle is there. This is the radius of the circle or hypotenuse of the triangle. This is opposite side. Opposite side is half chord of the circle or half string. So this is whole string. This is half string. So our chord. This, if you take an arc of a circle, this is the chord. So it is half chord. This is opposite side. This is the theta angle. This is right angle. So this is opposite side. This is adjacent side. So this opposite side is the sine theta, jya. What we in Sanskrit we call as jya. Is the whole thing, if you take jya, then it is ardha jya. This is kodi jya. This ardha jya becomes sine theta. This kodi jya becomes cos theta. And the remaining part of the radius is full. This part, half part or more than half part, it becomes kodi jya. The remaining part is in Sanskrit known as Utkarmajaya. This is not J, it's K. Utkarmajaya. That is R into 1 minus cos theta. This we have to understand. If I show it in a triangle, this is the hypotenuse or radius of the circle. This is arthajya or sine theta or half string or half chord of the circle. Half string of the bow or half chord of the circle. Or opposite side of the triangle. So bow, circle and triangle, same thing. And this is the podigea or adjacent side of the right angle triangle. So this is right angle triangle. So this angle is 90 degree and this is sine theta. So opposite side is this, adjacent side is this is hypotenuse. So podigea from and Utkarmajaya is equal to radius of the circle. This we have to understand first. What do you mean by trigonometry? It is a name derived from Sanskrit word Tri-Kona-Mithi. Mithi is measurement, Kona is angle, 3 is theme. You can know it's 3 in Sanskrit is become theme or 3 in English. So that Trigonometry only become trigonometry in English. There for any triangle there are 3 angles and 3 sides. And sum of the all 3 angles will always be 180. In a right angle triangle, one angle is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. Then the remaining 2 angle total will be always. This is another basis we have to understand. And if you see what is sine theta is nothing but opposite side divided by hypotenuse. That elementary trigonometry we know. So R arthajya divided by radius of the circle. And what is sine theta? Sine theta is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. This divided by this is cos theta. So cos theta is divided adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Sine theta is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. That is we can understand easily because we in school itself we know. So we see the basis of Bharatian trigonometry is this hypotenuse or karna is radius of the circle. That I explained. So hypotenuse is nothing but the radius of the circle. So if you say sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse, if you multiply sine theta with radius, then it becomes radius into opposite side divided by hypotenuse. This hypotenuse and radius are one and the same. So r sine theta become opposite side. This is another important basis. In the same way, r cos theta is equal to R. Here you are multiplying radius, so here also we multiply radius. Radius and the adjacent side by hypotenuse. This radius and hypotenuse are one and the same. So it nullify each other. So R cos theta is adjacent side. This is another important point here too. This concept of R sin theta, R cos theta, it is not there in modern mathematics, but it is there in ancient Bharatian mathematics. It is an important thing to calculate. Not only the auspicious time, and it is important to calculate the exact position of Navagraha. That R sin theta, R cos theta calculations are important. They are mentioned in Aryabhatiyam and Surya Siddhanta and many of the astronomical tests of Bharat. So this concept of R sin theta, R cos theta is unique to and the special feature of Bharatian trigonometry. So with that, how it applies this Moondruchi to 16. Moondruchi means 3 units. 3 unit of uchi. Uchi means it is height. If you erect a vertical rod, wooden or any rod, vertically on the earth, it will create a 90 degree to the earth. So this is vertically created, it's 90 degree. So if the height of any rod is 3 units, say 3 meter or 3 feet, like that, anything you can have. So it is 3 units. And if shadow is on the earth, so that is adi. Adi means base. In Tamil, adi is base. One is feet and another is base. Base we count as adithalam. So adi is 16 units. So if the rod is of 3 units height, the shadow is 16 units height. That is why Moondruchi. Moondru means 3 in Tamil. Uchi means height. 16 adi. 16 is 16 and adi is base. So when the height is 3 and the base is 16, at that time, so when a rod casts a shadow of 16 times, 3 times a rod casts a shadow of 16 times on the earth, at that time is the auspicious time, Kubha Lagna or Kubha Vara. So at that time only Sivalinga Pradishta has happened. This is horizon on the earth surface. So this shadow falls on the earth surface. This is the hypotenuse. So it becomes right angle triangle. And this is sine theta. This is hypotenuse, this is sine theta. So sun rises on the eastern horizon. At the time the shadow will be on the west it is at infinity. When the sun rises, the shadow decreases in its length. And at noon, when sun is at zenith, exact mid-noon, there won't be any shadow. That is the concept. And when sun goes to west, the shadow will be on the east. And when sun is nearly setting, the shadow will be on the east with highest light. That is all. So this theta angle, when 3 unit height casts a shadow of 16 unit at the earth, how much earth rays, a sun raises from the horizon? That is 10.61976 degree. This theta value is when the sun raises up to this point, it casts a shadow of 16 unit of a 3 unit rod. That is the concept. Now you can understand. So already we have seen r sine theta is opposite side. For this theta, opposite side is 3 units. The height of the danda or pole or uchi in Tamil. And r cos theta is adjacent side. This is adjacent side of the sine theta. So this is shadow of the danda. That is adi. So r sine theta is 3. R cos theta is 60. That is the basis of the calculation. So if you calculate the ratio between r sine theta to r cos theta, it is ratio between opposite side to adjacent side. So r sine theta ratio to r cos theta is equal to uchi to adi ratio. That is uchi is 3 unit, base is 16 unit. Height is 3 unit, base is 16. 3 is to 16. That is both r are common in here. So sine theta ratio to cos theta is equal to uchi to adi ratio. That is 3 is to 16. That is the ratio. So 3 is to 16 is the ratio between sine theta and cos theta. So when the cos theta value is 16 or when the sine theta value is 3, that is the time. So when sine theta is 3 times and cos theta is 16 times, that is the time. At that angle, when the sun rises, that at the time only the Sivalinga is registered. So sine theta by cos theta is 3/16. So 3 times the value and it should be 16 times the value. Cos theta should be 16 times and sine theta is 3 times. What will be the angle when this figure will occur? At that time, the theta value is 10.61976 degree. If you calculate sine theta value for this angle, it will be this. And cos theta value for this angle is this. This is 3 times, this is 6 times, 16 times. If we divide this value by 3 and multiply by 16, it will give this value. So the theta value is 10.61976 degree. So at the time of Kumbhaviseka, the sun rises from the horizon on the east by 10.61976 degree. See, this much calculation is there just in one line. Moondruchi 16 degree. Then what will be the time? The earth rotates on its axis from west to east. It will take 24 hours. But on seeing from earth, we see that sun rotates or revolves around the earth every day at 24 hours, one complete revolution, 360 degree. So for 360 degree, the sun revolution like this, it will have 24 hours or 1440 minutes or 60 nalika. In ancient calculation, Bharatian calculation, 60 nalika. So for 360 degree, 60 nalika, what will be the time for 10.61976 degree? Then it is 42 minutes or 1 nalika, 46 vinalika and 12 tatra. At the time, Kumbhalagna or Kumbhavara or auspicious time occurred. So, with this Moondruchi 16, the Vellan Kumaran, the issue of the inscription and also the constructor of the temple, stone temple, clearly mentioned at what time he installed Sivalinga, Pradishta of the Sivalinga inside the temple on the Kali Yuga 14,77,037th day, Kali Yuga year 4044th year, Madurai Konda Kopara Kesari, ruling year 36, on Saturday, Pushya month, Revadi Nakshatra, Kumbhavare, after sunrise, 1 Nalika, 46 Vinalika, and 12 Tatpare. That is after 42 minutes from sunrise, he installed the Sivalinga. That is the thing he clearly mentioned by just writing Moondruchi 16. If you want to understand that one line, this much knowledge we should have, this much analysis of the scientific facts and mathematics facts we should have. So this is prevalent, this trigonometric method of assessing auspicious system is still prevalent in Chera, that is in Kerala state. Why I am saying? Because King Parantaka Chola Chakravarti's son, Crown Prince Rajaditya Senadipati Vellan Kumaran, he is Malaynattu Nandikaraiputtur. He is from Chera, who constructed this stony structure. Before that, there is a brick structure during Pallava period. He only constructed as a stone structure. So he is from Kerala, so he followed the Kerala or Chera kingdom's tradition there, and he belongs to Malaynattu Nandikarai. But another thing is, this Nandikarai is located in Tamil Nadu Kerala state border in Tirunelveli Kanyakumari district, close to that, within Chera kingdom, that is within Kerala. And another important thing is King Parantaka Chola Chakravarti wife and his master, his crown prince Rajaditya's mother was Chera princess Kokila Nadigal. So when Chera princess married the king Parantaka Chola Chakravarti, this Vellan Kumaran would have come to Tamil Nadu to serve in the Chola army, or to along with her princess, he would have come to help her or to assist her and joined in the army. So his rulers, his master's wife and mother were Chera princess, and he also belonged to Kerala, Chera Nadu. That's why he introduced that Chera tradition there. Not only this, there are inscriptional evidence in Chera or Kerala state even now, using this trigonometric method to find out auspicious time to light a lamp or give naivedya or food offerings to the god. Even still, it is followed there. And we can have 4 inscriptional evidence. I thank for Sivakumar, my friend from Tirupur, who actually guided me to understand these inscriptions, to find out, not understanding, to find out this inscriptions. This is the copper plate inscription of Bhaskara Ravirma found in Tirunelli, Kerala state. Epigraphy India, in this place it is published. I thank Epigraphy India and ISI. It mentions Panti Ready. See, it's offering a shadow of man 12 feet. Pant means 10. Adi means Pandira means 12 feet. Adi means 12 feet. Pandira is 12. Adi means feet. So when a man's shadow is 12 feet, we have to offer certain things to the god. This is the inscription. You see, Panti Radiki in Tamil. So that is the thing. And another Hosur treasury copper plates belonging to Sri Vishnu Temple of Tiruvalla. Here 16th line Panti Radi. Pantira means 12, Pant 10, Ira 2, and Adi means feet. It also in the 6th line Panti Radiki Chellum Chelave. So at that time, when the shadow is at 12 feet, we have to give some food offerings to the god. It is belonging to Sri Vishnu Temple, Tiruvalla of Kerala state, Cheranad. And Thiruvananthapuram, the famous Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple, there is a stone inscription. It is in the year Kollam era, that is 1209 Common Era, Tamil Vattadutha and Sanskrit Grantha. It is Panti Ready. Here again, it is Panti Ready. I thank Tiruvangur Archaeological Series and Indian Antiquity for using these photocopies. Thiruvananthapurathu Perumalukku, you can see Thiruvananthapuram, Padmanabha Swami Temple, and Agathu Panti Rediki, you can see. It is in Tamil. And Tirumulikalam, this is another Vishnu temple. This 108 Vaishnava Sthala in Kerala. Donor is King Indupadai. I thank Tiruvangur Archaeological Series for using this. Here, 3 things are mentioned. See, Tiruvamirthu, that is food offerings, Agathu 25 adi. Then the shadow is 25 feet. 25 adi means 25 feet. Agathai adiyil, adiyil. Initially, we have to give offering when the shadow is 25 feet in the early morning, and near midnoon when the shadow is 5 feet, because when the sun rises, the shadow reduces. At 5 feet, we have to feed naivedya and food offerings to the god. And the evening, Andin Munnai, that before sunset, we have to give 20 Radiki. That means at 20 feet. When the shadow is on the east by 20 feet, at the time also we have to give food offerings and naivedya to the god. So this is a tradition found in ancient Chera kingdom, proved by through 4 inscriptions, and also even present day tradition also there in Chera and Kerala. And evidence in Tamil Sangam literature. There is a very ancient Tamil poem, Nedunal Vadai. It belongs to Sangam literature, Pattu Pattu. The poet is Madurai Kanakayanar Mahan Nakirar. Nakirar is a famous poet, Tamil poet, and it is on King Pandya King Talayalanganathu Cheruvendra Pandya Nedunjilan. Very ancient king who defeated all other kings at Talayalangan. that place he defeated all other Chera, Chola, and other kings. Here, the same trigonometric mathematical was used. Here, where there to find out auspicious time, here to find out exact east, west, north, south direction. Here also, a wooden rod is fixed vertically on the earth, two wooden rods. Based on that, they are assessing exact north, south, or and east, west direction. They would have used magnet, but magnet will not do exact north, south because magnetic north pole is different from geographical north pole and it varies constantly. Irregularly varies. So we cannot find exact north by south by using magnet. So our ancestors used this trigonometric calculations to find out exact north, south, and east, west. This is the poem. I will read it. It is in Tamil. மாதிரம் விரிகதிர் பரப்பிய வேள்வாய் மண்டலம் இருகோர் குறிநிலை வழுக்காத கொடுக்க ஒருதனஞ்சாரா அரைநாள் அமைத்து நூலறி புலவர் நுண்ணிதர் கயிறிட்டு தேயம் கொண்டு தெய்வம் நோக்கி பெரும்பெயர் மன்னர்கொப்பம் அணை வகுத்து. This is 72 to 77 lines of Nedunal Vadai. They are very ancient, maybe minimum of 4,000 or 5,000 or 6,000 years. So what is Madiram Virigadit Parapi Velvai Mandalam means sun. Sun giving light to every area. And Irugor Purinele Valukada Kudakerbu. Kudakerbu means it from east it goes to west. Sun is going from east to west. Irukor Purinele means two wooden rods are fixed. And through that this sun goes to west. Orudiranjara, that rod will not cast any shadow or north or south. Orudiranjara Arenal. Arenal means midday, mid-noon. When at is sun is at zenith, there should not be any shadow of this two wooden rods, either north or south. That means the sun should rise exactly on the east. How it is possible? It is possible only 2 days in a year, from 23.2 to 23.5, Makara Rekha, Kadaka Rekha. Any place there, it is possible only 2 days. One in Uttarayana, one in Dachina. When sun exactly rises on the east for that, so when it will happen, when the sun's declination and local latitude is same, on that day the sun rises exactly east. So if you to find out what is exact day on the one sun rises, because on that day only sun will be at zenith, it cannot cast any shadow of the two rods, either north or south. In other days, if sun is northeast, it will cast a shadow on the south. If it is southeast, it will cast the shadow of the rod on the north. Only when the sun rises in the exact east, there won't be any shadow. So find out that day, they used this technique. And when the sun rises, the shadow will be on the west. And when sun's nearly setting, the shadow will be on the east. So if you join that shadow cutting the circle, that will be east-west line. And if you do fist drawing, we can perpendicularly, we can find out 90-degree north-south. So by that, who discovered that? Who found out? Nulari Pulavar. That means who? The experts in civil engineering, architecture. There will be, or even at the remotest point of time, there will be experts in civil engineering. Nunnidir Kairitu, by doing ropes, by measuring east-west north direction. Deyam Kundu. By that, Deyam means direction, the north, south, east, west direction. Deivanoki. The gods of that direction they worship. And after that, Perumbayar Mannar Kuppa Manevagithu. With that, they constructed the palace, the great palace for the great king, Talayalanganathu Chiruvanta Pandit. So here, trigonometry is used and shadow is used to find out the exact direction. East, west, and north, south direction. So coming to conclusion, so this inscription in Chera kingdom, any inscription in Chera kingdom, usually mention the date in Kali Yuga days. That is the routine. You can find out more than 10 or 20 inscriptions or 30, 40 inscriptions in Chera kingdom, that is Kerala date, Kerala state, where the inscription mention not the year, but the day. So here also, using that Chera tradition, Velan Kumaran expressed its date as Kali 14,77,037th day. And inscription in Chera kingdom often express months as a Rasi in which sun is in conjunction. Makara Nyayiru, Tula Nyayiru, like that, Mesha Nyayiru. Where the sun is at the Rasi, at that month is, if you measure Nyayiru means it's Chaitra month. In Chaitra month, the sun will be in Mesha Rasi. So they won't say Chaitra month, they will say Mesha Nyayiru, Mithuna Nyayiru for another month. Like that, they will use. So that is the tradition of Kerala or Chera Nadu. Here also you use Makara Nyayuru to mention Thai month in Tamil or Pushya month. We can understand from Hindi or Sanskrit. And Vellan Kumaran belonged to the Malaynadu Nandikarai. That I explained. Paranda Chola Chakravarti's wife and mother of Crown Prince Raja Aditya, under whom he worked, was a Chera princess, Kokilanadi. So he came from Kerala, Cheranadu, and he used this two tradition in this inscription. So this trigonometric calculation used in Cheranadu even today to find out auspicious time for offerings of the god. So that thing he used here, that corroboratively confirms this trigonometric calculation. So this I have explained. I have already explained the 4 inscriptions. In Gramam inscription, he used the same trigonometric calculation to find out the auspicious time to install Sivalinga. That is Moondruchi 16 3 danda or rod of 3 units height with shadow length 16 units on the ground, Adi base. So that he used. This trigonometric sine theta and cos theta calculations were developed in our nation in the remotest past. Even Surya Siddhanta, Aryabhattiyam, which are much ancient past, it was authored. It both gave values of r sine theta angles from 3.75 degree. That means 3 degree 45 minutes to 90 degree. Each value for 3 degree 45 minutes. Repeatedly give up to 90. The values they give and the modern value is exactly same. That much accuracy were there, and they developed r sine theta calculation in the remote past. So this sine theta calculation trigonometry belongs to India, and Bharatiyans only developed that based on bow and arrow and count. Bow and arrow and string model as a base. Like based on this only they have developed. That we have. And finally, one word. This is prevalent mainly in Chera kingdom in ancient to present. And the most important thing is the Chera kingdom symbol is bow and arrow. So that confirms strongly that this is a trigonometric calculation. Moondruchi 16 means 3 unit height and 16 unit base is a trigonometric calculation that is strongly proved and absolutely proved. I thanks to the Sangam talks and also the persons who are going to listen, the scholars and students and eminent personalities who are going to listen this lesson for patiently hearing me. Nandri, Dhanyavadaga. Thank you.
It was a very wonderful talk and elucidation, Dr. Rajaji, and it was very inspiring for me to know how the ancestors, with such precision and accuracy, have passed on the wisdom to us, and how simply in one line they were able to communicate so much information to us. That was very interesting.
Yes.
The moon adi, the moon uchi 16 adi, the 3 feet height and 16 feet shadow. Yeah.
Today only at present time I have to explain all these things. In the ancient past, 1,000 years before, if the people read Moondruchi 16, oh, okay, I can understand.
Exactly.
Just they are highly knowledgeable, so they can easily understand. So you need not explain everything in the inscription.
Exactly.
Because the people are highly knowledgeable, they can understand just one line. That I can say they are highly knowledgeable.
And the very fact that that calculation will not change irrespective of the time. Even today, if we keep a rod and do the calculation, we can get that exact timing.
Yes.
So that relevance, that even today, the relevance of that mathematical precision is simply amazing. Yes.